Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're taking on a really stubborn fitness convention. You know the one. The idea that if you want real results, you've got to spend hours grinding away at the gym? Well, actually, scratch that. Today, we're going to explore the hard data showing exactly how short, intense, 15-minute workouts can completely replace those grueling hour-long routines.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here is our roadmap for today. First up, we'll tackle the time barrier. Second, we'll dig into the science of circuit training. Third, beginner bodyweight basics. Fourth, high-intensity fat burn. And finally, consistency over duration.
All right, Section 1, the time barrier.
Look, we are all incredibly busy. Between demanding jobs, raising kids, and, just trying to get a decent night's sleep, finding a spare 60 minutes for the gym feels practically impossible most days. And it's a real issue, right? Globally, physical inactivity is on the rise because of our increasingly sedentary lifestyles. But here's the thing. The medical community's solution isn't necessarily finding more time. It's actually about using the time we do have differently.
The folks over at Eat This Not That actually hit the nail on the head here. They stated that bodyweight exercises can be just as effective as hour-long gym sessions. You absolutely do not need massive time commitments, pricey memberships, or really complex machines to build strength and burn fat. The idea that you do is a pervasive myth, and honestly, the data proves it.
Moving right along, Section 2, Science of Circuit Training.
So to prove exactly why this works, we can look at an extensive, peer-reviewed meta-analysis published in the journal Obesity Reviews. The researchers defined circuit training as a series of carefully selected exercises arranged in sequence with little to no break. You basically perform 8 to 20 reps at each station in under a minute, and then boom, you immediately move on to the next one. The absolute key here, that lack of rest.
And guys, here is where it gets absolutely fascinating. 92.7%. That is the average attendance rate across the clinical trials they analyzed in this study. I mean, think about that for a second. People usually drop out of workout programs in droves. It happens all the time. But with circuit training, nearly 93% of people actually stuck with it. Why? Because it's fast, it's engaging, and you are literally in and out before you even have time to get bored.
Let's actually look at the numbers from that meta-analysis, because the results are striking. Participants doing these short, intense circuits saw a weighted mean difference of negative 3.81 kilograms in body weight, and their BMI? That dropped by 1.77 points. These are highly significant victories, and they achieved them without spending endless hours running on a treadmill.
To put that into perspective, the intervention effect was exceptionally significant for overweight and obese individuals, yielding a weight reduction of up to 5.15 kilograms. Researchers attribute this incredible drop to the high metabolic cost of circuit training. Because you're constantly moving, your body is basically burning fuel like a furnace, hitting health guidelines in a fraction of the time.
Okay, Section 3, Beginner Bodyweight Basics. Now, even if you know the mechanics of high-intensity training, figuring out how to actually structure it at home is the real trick. Let's contrast two super accessible methods. The approach from the fitness channel MadFit features no jumping, zero equipment, and no repeating exercises, which makes it incredibly joint-friendly. On the flip side, the Girls Gone Strong approach utilizes time-scaled circuits. You literally just look at the clock, see if you have 10, 15, or 30 minutes, and get to work. If we break down that MadFit routine, you'll see simple moves like step-outs, squats with a rise onto the tiptoes, standing crunches, and floor work like bird dogs and dead bugs. Notice how low impact everything is? The real secret sauce here, though, is her pacing. It's 45 seconds of continuous work, followed by exactly 15 seconds of rest for 15 minutes straight. Similarly, the experts at Girls Gone Strong organize their home bodyweight routines specifically around your schedule. They break workouts down into full body, upper body, and lower body. If you only have 10 minutes to spare, you might do a quick circuit of jump squats, curtsy lunges, and frog pumps. If you have 20 minutes, hey, you just do more rounds. It's completely customizable to the time you actually have, which pretty much vaporizes that I don't have time excuse.
Let's turn it up a notch. Section 4, High-Intensity Fat Burn.
So if you want to really ramp up the energy and maximize that metabolic cost, let's look at 2-calorie torching 15-minute routines. From Eat This Not That, we have a bodyweight-only path featuring 60 seconds each of push-ups, alternating lunges, bicycle crunches, and sumo squats. Then from Muscle and Fitness, there's a weighted path incorporating 60 seconds of compound moves like the front squat to press and dumbbell deadlifts. You choose your weapon, but both are going to deliver.
And this brilliantly illustrates the high-intensity demand we're talking about. Enter the ultimate fat-blasting stable, the burpee.
You drop into a squat, kick back to a push-up position, jump forward, and explode up. The Eat This Not That routine actually prescribes a brutal 90 seconds of continuous burpees. It engages your arms, your legs, and your core all at once to instantly spike that heart rate. Now you might be wondering, why on earth do we put ourselves through that? Well, it's for the EPOC effect. As Muscle and Fitness points out, when you pair 60 seconds of heavy compound dumbbell moves with 30 seconds of those high-energy burpees, you create an afterburn. Your body works so hard during the circuit that your muscles continue to crave energy to restore equilibrium for hours after you've stopped sweating. You are literally burning calories while you're sitting on the couch later that night. All right, bringing it all together. Section 5, consistency over duration.
We've looked at the science, we've looked at the routines, but here is the required mindset shift. Intensity, not time, is what drives those fat-torching benefits. Working out smarter and harder completely beats working out longer. A focused, uninterrupted 15-minute circuit where you give it your absolute all is always going to yield better results than lazily wandering around a gym for an hour looking at your phone.
So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought. You have 15 minutes today. We all do. You can spend it scrolling through social media, you can hit snooze on your alarm, or you can use it to build strength, burn fat, and completely change your health. The science backs it up, and the routines are ready to go. The only question is, how will you use your 15 minutes? Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I'll see you next time.